I'd like to start by welcoming everybody to this big day, the official announcement of the Northern Trust expansion. We think it's a big day. Interesting to note that maybe llamas running down the freeway with police chasing it is bigger news than this, but to us, this is maybe the biggest story. Anyway, I'd like to, again, just welcome everybody, talk for a minute. My name is Jim Wentworth. I'm with Wentworth Property Company, principal local developer here in town that owns and develops Discovery Business Campus. Discovery Business Campus is a 136-acre campus. We bought it 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. We had the vision to turn this, take it from a single-tenant old Motorola, which became a Freescale campus, turn it into a multi-tenant business park. We invested a tremendous amount of money in just infrastructure right out of the gate, adding 900 new trees, new loop road, fiber network, made a tremendous investment envisioning a day like today. So far here at Discovery, we've secured a number of tenants. We are finishing up a 237,000 square foot building for Shutterfly in the other corner of the park, which we're thrilled about. We also have two other great tenants in Freescale Semiconductor and State Farm. So we have a total of 1 million square feet existing or soon to be finished with Shutterfly, and happy to be announcing the 450,000 square foot expansion for Northern Trust. Brings us to Northern Trust. We're just thrilled to secure a tenant like Northern Trust in any city in the country. You'd be thrilled. They're a great employer, 125-year-old company. They're bringing tremendous jobs here to Tempe, Greater Phoenix. It's been a huge team effort getting to this point. These deals take a long time to get done. I think looking back, probably takes longer getting to this point than it does to actually build the building here behind us. So it's with a lot of hard work from a lot of people. I'd like to acknowledge some of those people. Our architect Davis, our contractor Westpac, GPEC, the state of Arizona, City of Tempe, and there's so many more. But like to really acknowledge all of those and say thank you. Also, a special thanks to JLL. JLL is the broker that represented Northern Trust in this expansion. They're just true professionals, so I'd like to acknowledge them as well. And then finally, before I introduce the mayor, I'd like to just acknowledge the City of Tempe. I don't know if there's many municipalities in the Greater Phoenix area that could do what they've done. If you look behind us, I was talking to Glenn Lear, our contractor from Westpac. We had a conceptual site plan in November, conceptual site plan. And here we are today with steel coming out of the ground. We mobilized on this site. Our contractors started coming out on the site with their crews January 19th. From January 19th to today, we've got the makings of a 150,000 square foot building that will deliver December of this year, 2015. So that's amazing, and a lot of that has to do with the staff at the City of Tempe. Their responsiveness, their can-do attitude, they're a true partner in this process. So I'd like to really acknowledge that, tell you what a great staff you have, Mark, and it's been a pleasure doing business in the City of Tempe. So thanks to Northern Trust, thanks to GPEC, and thanks to the City of Tempe. And with that, I'll turn it over to Mark Mitchell, Mayor Mark Mitchell.
Well, thank you, Jim. The City of Tempe is very lucky to have a company in our community within our borders, within the Wentworth and the family. You know, we appreciate all your assistance, Jim, with the event this morning. You know, Jim, this is not my staff. This is our residents, City of Tempe staff, and we're very fortunate because we do have a phenomenal staff, and we couldn't do what we do as a city without the tremendous staff. And I want to recognize we have our city manager here, Andrew Ching is here, and Andrew's leadership with Donna Kennedy and Shannon Selby from our economic development team, and David Nakagawara and Ryan Levesque with our development services department. And I also got to recognize my fellow colleague. We have Vice Mayor Corey Woods with us, as well as the entire City Council. On behalf of the entire City Council, we're We're very honored to be here this morning. I got to tell you, how could this day get any better? I mean, it's February. It's about 70 degrees right now. I don't know what it is in Chicago, but I know it's not 70 degrees, and we have a Chamber of Commerce Day here. We're standing here to announce that one of the world's most prestigious companies will be bringing 1,000 jobs with excellent high-paying jobs right here to Arizona, and more importantly, right here in the City of Tempe. On behalf of the City Council, I would like to offer a warm welcome to Northern Trust, to Tony and his team. They're very cold right now back in Chicago. And as we look towards the future of Tempe, companies like Northern Trust are exactly the type of partner our community can rely on and be proud of. Over their 125-year history, the employees of Northern Trust have distinguished themselves for their success in business, but just and more importantly, for their leadership in their communities. The Regional Operations Center that Northern Trust is going to be opening here will create 1,000 very good jobs, but it also is a huge win for our neighborhoods, the Tempe way of life, as well as our entire community. This really is a perfect match. I mean, Northern Trust said that it was looking for a place with a great quality of life, solid transportation options, and well-educated, quality workforce. And they found all of that right here in Tempe. And in Tempe, we're looking forward to a company with a great reputation to expand the Discovery Business Campus in an area that is already becoming known as a place to do business in the region. And we're looking forward to a company that would fit with our amazing network of businesses and nonprofits in our community. And we also look for companies that want to give back to our community. Already, Northern Trust has shown their commitment to our arts community. They have agreed to set aside what they would have saved in our property tax agreement to instead go towards an endowment towards the Tempe Center for the Arts to help us provide programming and support for our world-class and beautiful arts facility on Tempe Town Lake. In exchange for this $7 million investment, the City of Tempe is proud to feature their name as part of the Tempe Center for the Arts. It's clear that Northern Trust will be a great community partner. Their charitable endeavors and their community involvement are very well known. At this time, I would like to introduce a really good friend of ours to our region and our community. His name is Chris Camacho. He's with the Greater Phoenix Economic Council. The Greater Phoenix Economic Council was created to advance regional economic development and has been doing so for more than 20 years. I had the pleasure of announcing my friend, the president and CEO of GPEC, Chris Camacho. Chris may be new to his role in CEO to GPEC, but he's a veteran when it comes to economic development. Chris has overseen both domestic as well as international business development, and he's been a friend to cities across this valley. And today's locate of Northern Trust to Tempe is just another example of the hard work that Chris does for this region. At this time, I'd like to introduce Chris Camacho.
Well, thank you, Mayor. What an exciting day to be here in Arizona and in Tempe. We love to see cranes. Cranes mean we're moving the market forward, we're creating jobs, and that's what our job is to do. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't recognize Angela Talbot, who's in the audience today, who I had the pleasure of working with a year and a half ago. You can wave your hand. On the GPEC team, and taking that first input call from Jones Lang LaSalle, the local teams here, great guys, and also the national team we work with out of Chicago. And we got this call about a year and a half ago. And I remember sitting on the phone with Angela, and the national consultant had said, we're looking at several markets across the country to place a major operations center with a lot of jobs, high wages, and we're working on behalf of a company that's rich in history, 125-year-old company, rich in corporate philanthropy. You're looking for a new site. And that's what we love to hear. We love to hear lots of jobs. We love to hear an intense interest in corporate philanthropy. And when they named the company, which they don't often do up front, that it was Northern Trust, being an Illinois native, what that meant to me. Because I've known the embedded brand that Northern Trust holds in the Chicagoland area, and how exciting it was for me personally to work with Northern's team throughout this process. Both Jim and the mayor talked about how challenging this project was throughout this year and a half. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention how many different partners were involved in securing this investment. City has to perform, the region has to perform, the governor and the Arizona Commerce Authority has to perform. Westpac, who's here today and has been under construction already, the Wentworth team here, JLL, and there was a couple folks I mentioned, or I hadn't mentioned, but I did meet before, that were heavily involved in courting Northern Trust from the standpoint of major technologies companies here that took time out of their busy schedules to meet with the due diligence team to really promote the labor that we have to offer here in the Southeast Valley. That shows what a great community this is. It wasn't long ago we were standing just south of here talking about GoDaddy's Technology Center and certainly Shutterfly to the north. There's so much excitement here in the technology domain that's occurring. And one other element that I want to mention, I think that's exciting for people like me and those that lead this region's economy, the financial services growth in this market is unparalleled. We're one of the top markets in the production of financial services jobs, and the national movement towards cost markets like Arizona that provide a great labor pool and ease of doing business and speed to market that is truly unparalleled with competitive markets. So it's certainly exciting to be here today. One final group I'll mention, and I hope I'm not missing anyone that was part of our team. There's a group called One Community that's led by a group in the market that's really focused and centered on promoting diversity. And the fact that this market has really wanted to address our tolerance and our focus on promoting diversity, multiculturalism, and that's really important to Northern Trust. And so I want to recognize that particular group, One Community, that came together to really showcase the brand that we all embody today. And so what I'm excited about in moving forward, it's certainly the jobs. Northern Trust is a great corporate partner. Another exciting announcement here in Tempe. And I want to underscore the importance of what a team effort economic development is in Arizona. And it's my pleasure to be one of those team members that gets to be here to support the effort. So with that, I'd like to close with introducing someone who's become a friend of mine over the course of this time, Tony, who leads the Northern Trust leadership team here in the market. He's going to offer you a few remarks on Northern Trust and their brand and their future here in Tempe, Arizona. And so with that, I'd like to introduce Tony to the podium.
Great. Thanks, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate the kind remarks about Northern. As Chris mentioned, I have responsibility for Arizona, also Colorado and Nevada. I am not going to be running our operating center here. Pam Higdon is. She couldn't make it here, unfortunately. As someone mentioned before, it's 17 degrees, Mr. Mayor, in Chicago right now. And I'm hearing a lot of complaining from Chicago. So if you indulge me, I'm going to read some comments about the bank. But I will back off a little and say that we have an operations center in Chicago on Canal Street, which has about 2,500 people, partners in it. And I was lucky enough to stand on the footings of that actual center when it was built, probably 20 years ago. So I've been at the bank going on 31 years now. So this is a bit of a deja vu for me, but I also want to thank the entire region here in Tempe and Arizona for being such strong partners. Obviously, Mayor Mitchell, Jim Wentworth, GPEC, everybody involved. And I'd like to thank them for all the hours they put in, and especially the Tempe City Council for putting its final blessing on the project with a vote approval, I believe, just last night. So it's a real pleasure to be here because it's a very exciting day for us. As you might imagine, Northern did its homework, as we always do, on the right place to put a major operating center. This is not an operations center. I'm trying to make that clear. It's a little bit of a distinction, but as a global growing company, we needed a place where we could hire significant numbers of talented people to address our growth needs in an efficient manner. We're not new to Arizona. We've had a presence here since 1974. Our network of 3 offices and more than 150 staff members provides a full range of trust, private banking, and investment services. Currently, we have more than $6 billion in assets under management, just in Arizona. But when our company sought to make a major investment, it could have gone to any number of locations. Arizona and the Phoenix metropolitan area stood out for not just one, but 4 reasons. We are blessed, number one, we are blessed with a large and robust supply of talent. Arizona's innovation and technology ecosystems create a platform for growth. 2, there's a lot to like about Arizona besides just the climate. Today's low cost of doing business here, the skilled and available workforce, streamlined guidelines, regulations, access to major world markets, simplified tax systems, exceptional quality of life. Obviously, I live here, been here for 4 years, just love it. Make Arizona one of the most desirable places to do business. Number 3, we also knew that it would be helpful to expand our time zone coverage. We have offices across the United States, and we're in about, don't quote me on this, I think it's like 18 foreign countries. It's hard to keep up with it sometimes. And finally, there's the fact that opening a new location will increase our business resiliency with increased geographic diversification. So all in all, Tempe offers a compelling package. We're excited to begin this effort today. After 3 to 5 years, we anticipate we will grow to approximately 1,000 employees. We expect our operating center in Arizona to include a wide breadth of jobs across many functions and business disciplines. So this is where I come with the operating difference. These roles will vary from entry level to leadership positions and will likely include roles in accounting, operations, IT, client servicing, and investment management. For 125 years, as mentioned before, Northern has been consistently sought to be an industry leader, a great place to work, and contribute to our communities. Northern has been named the best private bank in the USA by the Financial Times Group, among the world's most admired companies by Fortune, and among the world's most ethical companies by Ethisphere Institute. We have been recognized for our commitment to diversity and inclusion, such as being recognized as among the 100 best companies by Working Mother magazine, a top company for Latinas by Latina Style magazine, and among the 40 best companies for diversity by Black Enterprise magazine. As mentioned before on the podium, that means a lot to us. Our commitment is to continue to build this great company into a better one, and I can think of no better place than Tempe, Arizona. Thank you.